Okay. I see that. Chrome says it's excellent. Here, I can see it there. Make sure the right voice is coming through. Okay. Minimize that. I gotta bring up Dreams. Cover must that up. Move the tap out the live chat. Pop out chat. Move that to the dot screen. And we'll hacky OBS. Move it a little bit for live chat. I don't think I really need to worry about people calling in and wanting to chat. So I see the view counter. Well, I can just barely see the view counter below Redream. I'm gonna chat here a little bit about my week before I get started. This one, first of all, was suggested to me by a comment on my Aerowings channel. I take suggestions. I'm trying getting off a couple of things to do this. I really wanted to do Mega Man Maker Livestream, go over the new version. I'm a week late for that for it to be of any relevance. No, I wanted to do it last week. But on Friday, when I thought I was done for the day at about noon, I had to make an extra trip. Oh yeah, and it was not fun. It was not cool. Down sweating buckets. Job had to get done. I did get back right about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was just so dirty and sweaty. I call it pride at these. Yeah, and this week I wound up against about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the boss called and said, "Hey, we need a couple more tricks done for the day, for the week. Need to earn some money." And yeah, I need to earn money, and so I said yes. And I didn't get back to the office until like 7 o'clock, and I still actually had more work to do, but I said screw it and went home, all nice and dirty and sweaty. And then the day I was out visiting a friend and got a call. Boss said that a co-worker's vehicle broke down. It's still the air conditioner quit working, so we had to get it to the shop, and he was buying parts for it, and it really helped him out a lot. He said if I can help out, I said, yeah, I'll do them. I typically say yes. If you need help and just as it brings up goodwill, and there's a good boss I have right here, and he tends to forgive my stupidity. I had a stupid moment. Just forgive stupid things I do, like this moment here for a few days ago. Not the one you see on screen right there. That's from a while ago. I'll get to that in a sec. But the other day I had a tire blowout on the company vehicle. It's a dually. So, yeah, I was able to keep going. And I told him about it. And I misunderstood his text. I thought that he was going to send somebody out to fix it, to be a little bit on the cheap side. And then after I sat on the side of the road for about an hour or so, he calls me up and says, "Hey, where are you? I'm over at Le Schwab. Where are you?" "Oh, I just go to Le Schwab." And the fact for it was that, I'd moved up the road a little ways to get into a safe spot. And I was actually just past an exit. So and the turnaround, I'd have to go like about almost 10 miles to another exit. Turned around and go back. He said, "I'll just sit tight." The Le Schwab came out and swapped out the tire for me real quick. Yeah, I have spare. And I had boss bring you out a nose there just in case, because it's the third time my tire blew out on this vehicle. So he just got like a really bad rotted tire stolen on to the shop. And wanted to know it right about when I got right barely to the top of Snoqualmie. On top of Snoqualmie, all covered in tire treads. Yeah, tire blew out again. And, I was able to stop for the night. I was already running pretty dang late. Of course, I just stopped there for the night and made it on in the North Bend in the morning to get the tire changed out. Made it to my delivery location on time, amazingly enough. That's the nice part. Now, about this radiator hose you're seeing right here. This happened quite a few weeks ago. I was going through John Rick's old town. Made it past, was doing okay. And then, all of a sudden, the engine started overheating, and I just when I was spilling coolant and stuff like that. Then steam was coming up all up into the hood. Got off to the side, and I was actually on the side going up Norcam Canium. And I looked around, didn't see anything. I could see it was pretty wet in there, but I just could not see where it was coming out of. And the axle wheel tried to tighten up the pressure valve on the surge tank, and well, that was tight, amazingly enough. And it's like, well, Casser, I poured some coolant in, and then like about a minute later, all of a sudden, a bunch of steam started coming out. It took me quite a while to see that was coming through this hose. It was very difficult because the beat that goal you see right there was actually facing down, and I couldn't twist my head enough. I'm moving around in real life. Gabriel doesn't copy my movements. I don't have that program going. So, Ian told boss about it, so we called up somebody, and I was able to get my vehicle moved up a little bit because I was actually right next to a guardrail. I was able to just like gingerly take it up to a spot where I can move a lot further over and get there, get the triangles out and sit there. My story. For those of you who know John Riggs' hometown, through their playing, you know that Washington DOT drives through there quite frequently. But for the 4 hours I was sitting on the side of the road, not one cop. Not one. Yeah, Washington's finest. And, God, what am I thinking? Oh, yeah, so that got fixed. Guy came out there, fixed it up. Had to make an extra trip into town to get more coolant. And then I was taking off, and the flow coolant buzzer was going on and on and on. And I made it to just exit 11. And that's when all of a sudden, engine died again, steam coming up everywhere, got off to the side, thankfully up there, and got the void, and another hose had blown off. This time it didn't bust the hose, it just came undone from the radiator. And I sat there the rest of the night. Guy came back. I actually was able to tighten it up myself, and he would have got coolant and stuff. And it turned out there was actually a big air pocket and the coolant. And, getting very hot that day, and that air pocket hit that spot in the radiator where the hose connected to the radiator, lit right apart with all the steam. I put in like a gallon of water right on top of that, my drinking water that I had. But that worked out. We got it properly bled that second time around, and I spent the rest of the night there. I'm used to it. I spent a lot of time in that section of John Rick's hometown. I don't know the stores as well as I get back when I used to know the gate code. I wonder if did they ever change that gate code? Anyway, I guess it's about time to get started on the game here. I noticed the mousey is lousy. It is not moving very well at all. So, how's this looking on the... Well, yeah, it is hurt. My mouse is herky-jerky right now. I go with restart game. Because I don't want to have to restart Windows right now when I'm in the middle of a live stream. Yeah, I actually had not one, but two Washington State troopers drive by me. They did not see the blown tire on my vehicle. It was an inner tire, so it's kind of understandable. But I'm like amazed, and one of them did not drive by me very fast either. Go on! This is like 1999 here. The guy had some old dash cam clips from like 2015, 2018. So we're right around the, they don't look this good. That's one thing I want to do is I need to record Debbie talking about dash cams for the dash cam channel. Just, I don't know if she's a popular thing, but I know that the numbers tend to go up whenever she's around. Okay. I'm gonna do the training mission. Then, just so I can get myself familiar, I played the training mission.
Hello, I'm Maria, your
Maria!
air traffic controller. I'll be in charge of your training. First, I'll show you how to use your HUD.
One thing I had to be careful of is that I have the controllers completely set different than what they say
then
here.
You'll learn how to actually control the plane.
I got 'em set up for a runabout.
I'll be guiding the plane for the first few minutes, so just sit back and listen. If you want to skip this tutorial, just press the start button.
You're in the
Let's
water
go.
here? Yeah.
This is the inside of the cockpit. Let's take a look at what's here. First, we have the speedometer. It displays your speed in knots.
You're nuts.
And this is the altimeter. It displays your altitude in feet. This is the engine thrust meter. It displays engine output as a percentage. 100% is full throttle. This is the heading scale, which shows the direction your plane is facing. 36 is due north, 09 is due east, 18 is due south, and 27 is due west.
I guess it's a...
This is a velocity vector showing the direction the plane is headed.
I mean,
This is the bank
Not
scale.
how I
It
would
shows the
think
right and
about
left
it.
slant of the plane. This is the whiskey mark showing where the nose of the plane is pointed.
Yeah, I've already forgotten
And this
what
is
the
the
heck
pitch
it means.
scale.
36
It shows
is
how
north.
high or low the plane's nose is pointed.
An important number.
This shows the Mach speed in Gs. The upper number is Mach speed and lower is your Gs. In flight, you should pay close attention to your
Gee,
speed
Wally.
and altitude. Now let's learn how to actually fly the plane. Use the A button to throttle up and accelerate. Use the B button to throttle down and decelerate. Use the analog control stick to raise and lower the nose of the plane. The plane's nose will point up by pulling the control stick back. It'll point down if you push it forward. You can control the plane's bank by moving the joystick left and right. The plane will continue to tilt in the direction you hold the stick. The plane will continue to rotate if you don't let go. Pressing the directional key left will raise or lower the landing gear. You can check the status of the landing gear on the HUD. Pushing the directional key right will engage or disengage the air brakes. The Y button turns smoke on or off. You can check whether smoke is on or off on the HUD. The X button allows you to change your view. The following settings: cockpit view, rear view, and formation view are all set to on by default. You can select a variety of other views from the options menu. Pushing the directional keys up and down puts the flaps up and down. Normally, your flaps should be up, but you'll need to lower them when taking off or landing to give the plane more lift. You can check the flap status on the HUD. The plane's rudder is controlled with the R and L triggers. The rudder is used for making minute adjustments. Also, when taxiing, you can turn right or left by pulling the R and L triggers respectively. By pulling the R and L triggers together, you can turn on the landing gear brakes. Your instruction session is now complete. Okay, I'll give you control over the plane so you can fly on your own. Don't worry, you can't crash in this.
You remember that episode of Mythbusters? When they actually try to fly
this exercise
plane,
anytime by pressing the start button.
On their own, without instructions.
Well, good luck.
I played this once before, just get some practice.
Use the A button to throttle up and accelerate. Use the B button to throttle down and decelerate. Use the analog control stick to raise and lower the nose of the plane. You can control the plane's bank by moving the joystick left and right. Pressing the directional key left will raise or lower the landing gear. You can check the status of the landing gear on the HUD.
Okay, gears point is also different than what they
Pushing the
said.
directional key right will engage or disengage the air brakes. The Y button turns smoke on or off. You can check whether smoke is on or off on the HUD. The X button allows you to change your view. Pushing the directional keys up and down puts the flaps up and down. The plane's rudder is controlled with the R and L triggers. The rudder is used for making minute adjustments. Also, when taxiing, you can turn right or left by pulling the R and L triggers respectively. By pulling the R and L triggers together, you can turn on the landing gear brakes. Use the A button to throttle up and accelerate. Use the B button to throttle down and decelerate. Use the analog control stick to raise and lower the nose of the plane. You can control the plane's bank by moving the joystick left and right. Pressing the directional key left will raise or lower the landing gear. You can check the status of the landing gear on the HUD.
Just not give it, is it the flap?
Pushing the directional key right will engage or disengage the air brakes. The Y button turns smoke on or off. You can check whether smoke is on or off on the HUD. The X button allows you to change your view. Pushing the directional keys up and down puts the flaps up and down.
Doing kind of do's kind of maybe
the plane's rudder is controlled with the R and L
the W
triggers. The
tells me
rudder is used for making minute
nose.
adjustments. Also, when taxiing, you can turn right or left by pulling the R and L triggers respectively. By pulling the R and L triggers together, you can turn on the landing gear brakes. Use the A button to throttle up and accelerate. Use the B button to throttle down and decelerate. Use the analog control stick to raise and lower the nose of the plane. You can control the plane's bank by moving the joystick left and
I
right.
like a shill right below me.
Pressing the directional key left will raise or lower the landing gear. You can check the status of the landing gear on the HUD. Pushing the directional key right will engage or disengage the air brakes. The Y button turns smoke on or off.
Okay, if I remember correctly, the one on the left, the one
You
that
can
says
check
200
whether smoke
and
is
2,
on
yeah,
or off
that's
on the
actually my
HUD.
airspeed.
The X button allows you to change your view. Pushing the directional keys up and down puts the flaps up and down. The plane's rudder is controlled with the R and L triggers. The rudder is used for making minute adjustments. Also, when taxiing,
happened to my
you can turn
display
right
that was
or
supposed
left
to
by
be
pulling the R and L triggers respectively. By pulling the R and L triggers together, you can turn on the landing gear brakes.
Staining height for whatever reason.
Use the A button to throttle up and accelerate. Use the B button to throttle down and decelerate.
And I think I'm shedding due north right now.
Use the analog control stick to raise and lower the nose of the plane. You can control the plane's bank by moving the joystick left and right. Pressing the directional key left will raise or lower the landing gear. You can check the status of the landing gear on the HUD. Pushing the directional key right will engage or disengage the air brakes.
Yeah, pretty much basing me.
The Y
where I'm
button
supposed
turns
to
smoke
be
on
at
or
by.
off. You can check whether smoke is on or off on the HUD. The X button allows you to change your view.
Why am I shaking so much?
Pushing the directional keys up and down puts the flaps up and down. The plane's rudder is controlled with the R and L triggers. The rudder is used for making minute adjustments. Also, when taxiing, you can turn right or left by pulling the R and L triggers
I think I'm just
respectively.
not ready for a mission as I'm ever going to be.
By pulling the R and L triggers together, you can turn on the landing gear brakes. Use the A button to throttle up and accelerate. Use the B button to throttle down and decelerate. Use the analog control stick to raise and lower the nose of the plane. You can control the plane's bank by moving the joystick left and right. Pressing the directional key left will raise or lower the landing gear. You can check the status of the landing gear on the HUD. Pushing the directional key right will engage or disengage the air brakes. The Y button turns smoke on or off.
Yeah, let's see how much of a disaster I'm gonna be now. Well, this controller scheme is just completely messed up. He can think, huh? Yeah. That's about. Hi there, golf beginner. there was that one though. We had Dirk beat it to get it. Was it Blue Thunder?
Hello, this is Maria, your air traffic controller. I'll be in charge of your flight training briefing. During your actual flight, the number 5 pilot, Shinji, will be watching over you. Good luck out there. Your training here will focus on the basics. You'll need to master everything I teach you to join Blue Impulse. Well then, let's start with takeoff. Training will start from the runway takeoff position. Set flaps and engine throttle to 100%. When you exceed 120 knots, slowly pull back on the control stick and pull up the nose. Don't rush it, take your time.
Runway's only 100
Once the
feet.
plane takes off, pull in the landing gear and bring the flaps up. Keep the pitch angle at 15 degrees and ascend to 1,000 feet. After that, stay at 1,000 feet and maintain level flight. That's the end of this training session.
Hey, Tron!
Hello, this is Maria, your air
Ready? Go! Flaps down!
Are they down? I don't know.
Pull the control stick and take off! Go!
I am. So I just bounced a plane off the runway? What happened to my... What the hell?
Flaps up! Pull in landing gears!
And the whole thing just changed!
Get up to 1,000 feet!
Everything, my whole control scheme just completely changed.
Level flight!
And I don't know, I changed the entire control scheme. Somehow. Hello?
Come back when you're ready!
Nope. And let's see. Come on, hello! That's why you don't use the freaking joystick to move the cursor! Dumbasses! Yes, in Paris? You put the Eiffel Tower in London?
Ready? Go!
Altitude is getting low. Pull back the control stick to ascend.
Going right through the dang building. I thought I was at 1,000 feet. You can see what I'm doing, right?
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control stick to ascend.
Oh, I bounced off the water. Well, that's a little bit lower than I thought it was. I like this a lot better. Okay, so I got like a couple of different arrows. I got one outline arrow that's moving around. I don't know what's... I thought that was pointing me north. I guess the solid green one is north.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control stick to ascend.
Yeah, they'll be revoking my pilot's license here soon enough.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control
Did
stick
crash
to
in the
ascend.
simulator. I don't know where, I have no idea where ground. Okay, I see clouds. Okay, I see the ground finally. I'm looking at my timer there, but like 35 minutes. I don't know what word like a flight simulator enthusiast think about this game.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control stick to ascend.
Another. See more of the city this way.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control stick to ascend.
I can see my shadow. There's kind of like some city here.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control
How
stick to
low can
ascend.
you go? Do you even know? I don't want to do the replay. And we're on down to Night City, or to Park Line in Night City. If they only get the one. That's all supposed to see the Hooter Dam.
Ready? Go!
You're the jet robot on ice and sand. You're right here and over the Colorado River. So why does it, whatever that is, keep disappearing and reappearing? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna really continue on with this series because I'm just not a flight simulator person.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the
What's
control
that?
stick
Is that
to
another
ascend.
dam right there? Oh, my neck. Yeah, taking another look at the OBS to make sure what's going on there. I know. But yeah, stripping my wings in some canyon walls here soon.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control stick to ascend.
Like a jet plane hitting the Grand Canyon. And hello, there you go. Oh, doggone. Trying to turn out the doggone air brakes.
Altitude is getting low. Hold back the control stick to ascend.
Finally, air brakes raw. Amazingly, I have not hit anything in here yet. I think my flaps are down. go. My outfit's finally going back on. I think I'm hitting up an invisible wall there. Well, let me, go about the canyon. Look, there goes a coyote. Shouldn't I be, above the canyon by now? Even Hell's Canyon isn't this deep now, is it? The mass dash is only 2,600 feet. That the brakes start to come fell off? The altitude is going up. I think I maxed out my altitude. I'm still not over this dang canyon wall yet. Come on, Leader One, get up there. Enjoying the game textures here. I'm pretty much about done with this for the day. My goodness, I don't mind trying something out. It doesn't mean we'll like it, and like I said, I'm just not a flight simulator person. We could get one of those trucker simulator ones. Till that I end that. You know, if I were to keep kayfabe, what I would say here is that April does have experience driving the big rigs. I mean, a 5-blower, you're not gonna drive a 5-blower across I-90 over to John Ritz's hometown. Now I'm having an issue where it's blind to constantly fly. Dippers, missiles, holy tight, there's missiles. There was another dam right there. I guess this must be out. I guess this the one knock them down. I guess I can tell one story here. Ever hit the steep dirt on a dam? Yeah. Bro, we were finishing up the road project in Don Rick's hometown. We had to go on and sweep the dam. You know, most of it was dirt that was, like, been sitting there for decades anyway. We didn't actually dimple in which dirt on the dam. But we got a missile-guided tour to the interior. Actually got to go inside one of the, water chambers. It was closed for, construction. And me and one other guy, we saw the, like, water spurting out to the gate. They're like, we're out of here. And he took us to one of the control rooms and said, yeah, this clock is an atomic clock set to the satellite. And, you know, like 30 soldiers who immediately hold up their watches and start synchronizing. Synchronized watches like in Fort Lois. I think it's good time to get that quit here. Go over to another service for a little while. The existing minutes. This map by getting a minute is shut down for the night. Take a look at maybe I got some. Yeah, I tried to get one more video uploaded. For some reason, one of the services wasn't working today, and wasn't able to get a video uploaded like I wanted to. I think I also got to get like a couple more clips. Uploading and updating and whatnot. So I think that's gonna be it for night. Good night.